Hello and welcome to episode 73 of our Midlands map. We've got an interesting guest station. I think it's quite easy. However, I do want the full name as a... yes, we're back on the West Midlands Metro as a tram pulls in. That's not really a giveaway of me saying that, given that it's a tram depot and there's a tram. So another nice easy one for you. We've got to take a look at Twover Games' Station Master's house, which isn't a Station Master's house. It was the signal box. So I did forget to take a look at that, but we'll go over and show you what he now owns. Now, on that note, with Guess the Station, I know some of you can't make it to the beginning of the videos. Totally understandable, but still want to be on the map. I have an idea for that. Anyone who isn't a Station Master on the map is going to get a farm or some such building somewhere on the map, and then when we get to that stage, I'll just ask anybody in the comments if you want that house, and then you'll move in. Everybody gets one if you want one. Something to do up until the release of Transport Fever 2. It's quite quiet here, really, for a busy metro line. Might have to put more trams on. Anyhow, yes, so that's something to look forward to if you do want to be on the map and you can't make it for Guess the Station. Something for everybody. I was thinking long and hard about how I'd get everybody involved, so there we go. It will be kind of a put your name down and then I'll just pick one randomly. No favourites, except for the first few will be given to the lovely Patreon subscribers, members, backers. I don't know what to call you guys. GT Express passengers, there we go. Because I can never say thank you enough to those guys. They help tremendously with buying new games and keeping the internet running out here in the boonies, in the sticks. Okay, here we are then. We are back at New Street, and this is Twover Games' signal box rather than house. I'll just zoom out there, take a look. We have to make some changes to New Street speed limits. iAspect has informed me that it's 10 miles an hour into New Street on the two junctions, north and south, and about 30 miles an hour in the tunnel, or 30 would be spot on, wouldn't it? They don't say about. So, rather than a car, Mr. Twover, you get a little shunter there, and a carriage if you want it. So there we go. Let's bring up the UI. We're going to keep an eye on the cross city line as we put all those services in, and we need to let it run. I have run it myself just to test it out. We do have a 10 mile an hour one. There we go. So we're going to quickly upgrade all of these so we don't mess up anything. And we're going to change all of these to 10 miles an hour. Right, now we need to do this side as well. There, all the way in this tunnel. Why is that one not possible? I'm not entirely sure why that one's not possible. There might be a strange... Well, this one might not be able to do it. We can go there, though. And possibly there. We'll have to check on the situation around here, won't we? It could be a bit... Oh no, what's it done there? That doesn't look right. Well, we're going to have to check on that. Why won't you work? Why won't that work? There's probably some sort of interference with everything above it. It's okay. I don't know what speed we've got here. Let's check. Right, let's bring up the speed. Okay, it's 10 and 15, so I managed to do it once. We've got a 75 there as well. I wouldn't mind that being 30, really, if possible. There we go, 30. Brilliant. Or 10. Let's make those little bits 10. And that one. Come on, we can do that one. There we go. All together. Now, why won't you do that? Well, we can do it up to 30 there. Oh, it is up to 30. It's this section no longer works for some reason. There are little issues like this where you can't get track working. We'll just leave it alone. Let's not spend the entire episode doing that. Oh, but everything else is 10 and 15. Come on, Gran. Do it. You can fix it. Surely. Maybe. Alright, here's a plan. No, you can't. Can't do it that way either. Maybe it needs to be... Ah. Okay. I don't know what's interfering with this. It'll be one of these tracks. Possibly. It's a little strange. It might be interfering with the top there, but it doesn't make sense why I managed to do it before and then can't do it now. Anyhow, let's just pretend that that's not a thing. 15 isn't too bad. What is going on here? That doesn't look good, does it? That doesn't look good at all. Make sure there's no issues. Did you move, sir? Thank you. Right, let's stick that on fast forward. There we go. And you need to get out of the way. It's hard to do track work here, isn't it? In the entrance to New Street, which is probably about accurate. Right, we need to get the bulldozer out and panic a little bit as we delete this. I'm a little bit concerned. We're going to delete that bit and that bit. Let's see if we cannot rebuild this. We'll use the 30 mile an hour one. Oh, please work. Uh-oh. This might be the worst idea I've had today. That's not good, is it? We're going to have to get rid of that as well, are we? Come on. You can go under here. Please connect. No! Oh, that's not good at all. That is absolutely not good. Don't ruin it, Grand. Oh, you can't go there. What is up with you? Well, we have an issue. Like a major one. We can't rebuild this. It's probably because of it's the station above us, because we're absolutely limited here. I am going to have to reload that, aren't I? And do it again. Alright guys, we're back. Goodness me. Several minutes later. That took me about 15 minutes to figure out what was going on. Now, I didn't rebuild this or anything. All I did was upgrade the track, believe it or not. Yeah, that was it. Just changed the speed limits again and it rebuilt the bridge properly. So that was good news. Also, if we bring up the speeds quickly, look at that. They're all 10s and that ignore the 0. It's the ballast. But we have 10 and 30 in the tunnel. We've got 25 on the crossover there, but that doesn't matter. That's about right. Unfortunately, we can't change the speed limit of stations. Hopefully that's something we can do later on. I mean, game mechanics wise, it's not really needed, but for detailing it would be nice. Now, the only problem we do have, and this is why we were having an issue, is we have no signals at the moment in some places, because that's what was preventing us from upgrading. Yes, I completely forgot about that little feature. We'll call it that. So we're going to have to put our signals back in, which is okay. We'll get them all back in. You can't see that one very well, but it's going in regardless. Hopefully that's right. I can't remember what we did. Then it was the waypoints as well. They were also interfering. So I don't know whether we can put them in the most places. But we might do that. And then I might do that actually off camera. Or as they're going in quite easily. There we go. Not too bad. Hopefully nothing's broken. In fact, we have 0 warnings. Let's see if our trains sort themselves out. New Street is very busy. Let's click on New Street and see how our cross-city line is doing. Where are our people going? Most of them are taking the Bromsgrove to Four Oaks. Now, that makes sense because that is, if we bring up the line manager, a bit of game mechanics time, which is going to be important because not only do I want to make a recreation, I would like to see how the AI actually use it. Now, let's hide stuff we can't see. Look at all of our lines here. This is why the Bromsgrove to Four Oaks service is the busiest. Currently, it's because it's got a frequency of 6 minutes, and then the Lichfield and Lichfield Trent Valley both have 7 minutes, and obviously the massive night one Oh no, this isn't the massive one. That's the short one. It's 12 minutes. I'm actually going to make some changes here. And then the Redditch service is currently 8 minutes. We might need to let them play, but we're going to remove a train from the Four Oaks service because it's shorter. I completely forgot about that. It would make it the fastest line, meaning everyone would kind of bunch up. This night one here with the 21 people on doesn't make a lot of sense at the moment. It was probably more that when we put it in, it was the most frequent. So we're gonna remove one off this massive Redditch line, and then we're gonna remove one off Bromsgrove and Four Oaks. So we'll send them back to the depot. They're still coming out the depot. Look at that. Yeah, so we've got a lot of trains still waiting to come out. Alright, so we'll let the game run and we'll continue with what we've got to do today. We're at Bartley Green and... oh, I haven't shown you yet. Look at all the infrastructure I've been putting in. Some of these roads are the main roads that run through. They'll eventually have buses on and maybe even houses. I've extended the motorways. We have the M5 now, which you'll remember ended about there somewhere. Now has some junctions in there. This is going to be our first farmhousey type place. I put in the reservoir. I can't remember the name of it. Is it Longbridge Reservoir? It might be. I don't know. It won't be that, will it? Quinton? Might be Quinton. Okay, the bus service. We're going to go over and fix what's going on down at Alvechurch shortly. But this is the 18. It starts here. And it's going to go all the way around down here. Through the north side of Northfield. And then up to Bourneville. Then it's not 100% accurate, but it's close enough. If you look at the 18's route, it kind of does this nice little wiggle that we've got going down here, and then eventually it ends up Yardley Wood bus depot. We're going to do some detailing on that. It's there as a placeholder for now. So the M5, there we go. I've bookmarked it in. It's going all the way down to the edge of the map where it ends, and it still ends here at the moment, but it will continue. Busy. We've got the, I think it's the M45 that goes this way. I've put the wrong road in. Good job. So let's do a bit of detailing here while we wait for the game to... is this my one? Medium Country Road, as City Road. It's supposed to be that one. But anyhow, we've got some fixing to do. And we're going to have to quickly pause it to do this. Otherwise, they'll build straight back up. Remember, we had this issue early on and we didn't have a solution at the time. Or we had some bizarre solutions that didn't always work. Now we have our fences mod. We can put a bush along the side here as a fence. Kind of mask it. Actually, there is a road, a smaller road that goes under this motorway, just here. So let's do that. And then we can connect Alvechurch to Bartley Green up there. I think that's a plan before we do anything else. I feel like we might have enough room there. We can use some tricks, hopefully, to get that working. We're not going to leave this ballast here, but we are going to trick the game into thinking that is bridge worthy. Not entirely confident right now. Not given how the beginning of the episode went. We all feel that pain, don't we? Construction not possible. You're like, yeah, no, it is. It really is. Okay, let's get this motorway back over. Extra large country road as city road. Ooh, you almost do it straight off the bat, don't you? The question is, why don't you do it when you connect there? Because that makes no sense. Okay, maybe we can encourage it. We can follow the road there. I do want you to make a bridge there. Could you? If we say that and the the game engine will be like, oh yeah, that's definitely a bridge now because there's a big hole each side of the road. Go on, prove me wrong. Probably. No, there we go. It did it. I'll take it as long as there's a way to do it. I'll absolutely take it. Brilliant. We've got our little bridge in there. Now we can undo that. Pretend it never happened. But we did get our bridge in. Smooth all that out. Oh, well, let's put it on high. And this is an official episode. I think I did it earlier as well. But there you go. You've got an actual connection now to Bartley Green. I would like this road to come down. This is an A road. It comes down like so. And heads towards Redditch. And does actually go all the way to Redditch. So we'll be doing that. I'd like you to stay flat if possible, because we want to connect to you and just give Church a way to get onto the motorway for now. There we go. That should be good enough. We will continue with that when we need to. Probably once we do the trackside scenery, because this is all trackside stuff, this here. You will see this from over there. Hopefully, when it gets a bit busier with vehicles, we'll see a lot of stuff going on in the background when we're taking our cab rides. Something I'm looking forward to. Right then. Now, we don't want anything building on here, so let's finally get our fences mod. Lovely mod this. Get our boxwoods. We might do not boxwoods there, but we will definitely do it here. And that should stop them. Don't go too close to the road. That should stop them building their houses and connecting with roads. Okay, so we got that in. We don't want them building on here just yet. So we're gonna at least block them from building a little way up this road, and then we can decide what sort of fencing we want to put here, because they will build there. Notice that we're staying away from the road slightly there. If you go too close, probably seen it before, but if you haven't, they will build straight over the top of it and ignore everything you just did. So we're just going to go down here. How far are we? Well, we're almost there. We might as well just keep going, right? There we go. We have a bush line in there. What does this look better to be? I feel like we can just go with a stockade fence here, just to mix things up a little bit. I don't know what's actually here. I could look on the map. Not like we can't remove it if need be, but it just changes it up regardless, doesn't it? We're not going to probably see this road from a vehicle perspective, although we might. Who knows? We'll do it up to there at the very least. I do know that it does have a tree line, so that we can go with. And if we want to, we can even have them build on this A road. So it is a way to have, because sometimes it happens in the UK, you have buildings, especially commercial or industry, on the side of major roads, dual carriageways, gas stations, petrol stations. Okay, we're going to hide this bit. We don't mind the bushes going a little bit over the road, because it's the hard shoulder, isn't it? Just there. I just don't want them connecting to this and building their houses on the side of a motorway. That doesn't happen. You don't get houses on a motorway. Or correct me if you're wrong. If you're wrong, no, correct me if I'm wrong. There might be a bizarre case where there's actually buildings on a motorway. And I'm not talking service stations, before anybody says there's service station. I get that. I mean actual office buildings or commerce. Right, let's finish off around here. I think we can play it now. Can we? Ooh, might want to do this bit too. We'll quickly do this bit, and then we'll play it, and then we can let Boxwood again plan. And we can let the cross city line do its thing while we continue. And I feel like we should, after we've done this and stop the AI doing silly things, we should maybe put the number 18 bus service in. Obviously, we've seen the depot that it's coming out of. We're coming out of Yardley Wood depot. I don't mind them building down here. There are a sprinkling of houses. There's actually some houses in there. I don't think we're going to achieve that, though. Everything's too squished together. This is a lot further away. Look at the two. Ah, yes. Not a C5. 2CV. Thank you in the comments. There's a few of you that told me, corrected me on what that actually is. So there we go. 2 CVs. That's what we've got on our map. Now, let's play it. I don't think they're going to build on there. We'll see. They're quite good at proving me wrong. What we need to do is just hide all this gubbins so it's not entirely obvious that we're just building fences at the side to stop them building. And we can get away with it. What is it for you? Oh, I thought the game crashed. I should save it really, shouldn't I, soon? I did all that work at New Street twice. It's New Street, isn't it? Every time you do something at New Street, it's never easy. That's why I don't tend to touch it too much. Although saying that, I do have a plan to fix it. Not to fix it, but to make it run a bit smoother. And take some of the building blocks out and fake it a little bit. Tree line here. It's actually in a bit of a cut in there, but like I said, we ran out of space. Oh, I forgot to do this bit. Oh no, this is what we were doing and I got distracted. Let's finish this off then, and then we can put the 18 in. There is a forest around here. I do feel like putting some more lakes in. We can do that together. I'll show you how to use the lakes mod. That is the lakes mod, just there. If you get the bulldozer, you see you can delete it. And if we go up close, unfortunately, it's not... Uh-oh. That might have been something to do with the shenanigans I was up to. Unfortunately, it's not animated. Let's quickly go back here. Yeah, this might be shenanigans I was doing. I don't think you're supposed to come in like that, are you, sir? No, you're not. We're going to have to... Oh, I don't know what to do here. You're supposed to... Oh, good night. What's happened? This doesn't look right, does it? Oh dear. Right then. I've messed it up. This does not look right at all. Yeah, why are you doing that? I bet you've changed platforms, aren't you? Let's just make sure both new streets are on 8 and 12. No, they're all 8 and 12. That's worrying. Did I delete a waypoint, maybe? I bet I might have done. New street. Why are you doing silly things? Oh, wait. Because one of the platforms is wrong there. Found one problem. You need to be on 2. No, you're right. That's the wrong one. What would that be? That would be platform 1. We don't want anything Duddeston P1. Welcome to my world. Duddeston P... Well, in fact, it's everybody who plays Transport Fever, isn't it? I will find it. There it is. Boom. Right. Does that sort you out back here? Yes, it does. Now, I feel like we've got some waypoint issues. And we could have a problem here. We might need to change where that's going. What we have is conflicting signals. And that's an issue. That's quite a big issue. Oh, look, no one's coming down this way. None of you should be... I think I got rid of a waypoint. Well, you know, it had to be done. All of these trains need to be fixed. So we don't want that signalling is the problem. Get rid of that. We don't want that there. Yeah, just get rid of that for now. I'm a little worried. Euston to Birmingham New Street. I'm going to say there was... Get rid of that bulldoze tool. I'm going to say this was a waypoint and I had to get rid of it. So what we need to do is when you're coming in from Birmingham International, you need to go via that signal. There. There we go. There we go. That's one. Right. What else do we have? Is this the other one? This might be the other one. You, after Birmingham International, need to go via that signal there. There's another one. Now, if we bring up the line, this was just not needed. I still don't know what we're going to do with that train. Let's play it. What are you going to do? Are you just... Yeah, you're still going to... I don't think you can actually get out of this situation. We might be able to fix it. I don't know. So that we can flip you again once your back end clears the switch. Because we don't want to send you... Once you clear that signal, in fact. Stop you. Now we'll flip you. Now can you go? Did we fix it, guys? Oh, you're wonderful. I think we fixed it. And you're coming through here at about 10. Now you're waiting for a path. That's just Tesco grocery. You're all coming out of there. We've got a bit of a backlog now. This is not boding well for figuring out whether our cross-city line is being affected. Actually, no, it's fine because our cross-city line is using this side. This side of the tunnel was not affected. No, it wasn't. I do have a sneaky suspicion we might have some trains stopping at P3 terminals. P1. No, there we go. Look at all of our trains that call at Duddeston. Why did they all just change? That was weird. It was weird, but kind of cool. Right then. Ooh, disaster averted. We've got a bit of a backup. No, we haven't. Wow. We've just got a bit of a wait. Yeah, on this side. Getting into Birmingham New Street. But it is unravelling. We take a look. What is the year? It's August. We're nearly in the 1950s, guys. That is brilliant. We do need to make some progression now because we have a deadline upon us, which is the release of Transport Fever 2, obviously. I'm just happy things are moving. Things are moving. Let's get our bus service in now that we've fixed that. We can also check Alf Church and make sure they haven't decided to build. They have not. Now, our trains here are bunched up. However, that's because they all came out the depot at once. And it's going to take a little while for them to filter out. They're still coming out the depot, are they? Goodness me. How many trains have we got left in here, guys? Like 100? It's going to take a while, isn't it? It's okay. Okay, they'll filter out eventually. We are going to get rid of one. Oh, yes. We need to get rid of one off. Not the Litchfield. We need to get one off of... Oh, you'll notice I removed the platform on the other side. There is no access point on the other side. There is no access point there. It is the Four Oaks service. We want to get rid of one of those. Oh, we need to get rid of one of you. Will you get into the station if I sell you straight here? Sell. Go. Vehicle will be sold on arrival. You are heading for the depot. What are you? You are a Bromsgrove to Four Oaks. Can we sell you? Because we need to get rid of one of those, don't we? That's it. That was the last train. That is kind of beautiful timing. Will you find your way into that depot? You will. Aren't you lovely? Now, the other one we needed to sort out was the night service. As it is too frequent. I don't want you to be crazily frequent. There, this is it. Right, so you're going to go past here. No one is... Oh. No one is on there. We can let it go past... We can let it go past which junction? It will be this one, right? Yes, that's the entrance into the depot. We'll let you go past this signal here. We don't have a way to get it up to that buffer there. So we'll just wait for him to get past the signal. I don't want to turn him around there. It might cause all sorts of issues. He's wait. This is an actual signal, and I kind of wanted that to be a thing rather than a waypoint. We just need you to continue. That'd be great. Come on. We've got some manoeuvres to be doing around here. The train's empty. We're not really doing anything with money anyway. Fast forward this. Come on. There we go. You're clear. Now, we need to let his back end go past the entrance to the depot. Then we'll stop him, flip him round, and send him to the depot. And you are clear. Flip you round and sell you to the depot. Start. And you should head into there. And that'll be wonderful. That should even things up a little bit and reduce the frequency just slightly. I feel, given my experiments, that will be just enough to make that fairly realistic to what's going on. Because we do want it not like this. But that's, like I said, that's due to these trains coming out the depot. And also, do you remember we noticed the plane in the background? Do you remember we noticed the trains, the old locos were coming through and on a strange bit of track? Well, that was due to the fact that we reset their line and they were going all the way back to Redditch and starting from their first route. So that's also caused a bit of early congestion. If we go down and head out to this side, Sutton Coldfield and Four Oaks, you see, we haven't got many trains that have made it this far. We do have people waiting, though, at Lichfield City. They're kind of spread out. This one doesn't seem to be too popular, the Redditch service, which kind of understandable that so far it's leaning towards the best way to do this is to have separate lines in that represent the different services, because the Reddit service just really isn't getting much love, is it, at all? But then again, it's early. We still should leave it running a little longer. Oh no, they are using it there though, at New Street. They are starting to use the ginormous line. That is interesting. We've still got a backlog here, but that's because we had the issues with that service. Well, all of the services going through the signal there. We're going to just keep a quick eye on Alvechurch and make sure you're not doing any silly shenanigans through here. I don't want you connecting there. I do love that they're using the motorway. That's brilliant. That's actually made me rather happy. Because it is scenery at the end of the day as well. And it's always fun to see how the AI use a real network. I mean, we've got motorways. We're going to have more and more buses appearing now. I've started to put those in. It's a bit of a difficult task at this scale to represent all the, or most of the stops and the road network. Longbridge is going to get a bus service as well. Oh yes, an executive decision was made. If we go here, you'll see it's now called Selly Oak and University. Literally, they'd be on top of each other. Selly Oak and the University stop. We're way too close to 5 ways. So this is both. And that kind of works for us. So our cross-city trains are going to stop here. Alrighty then, we're going to put in our number 18 bus service. We're going to start down here. What I like about this bus service is that it connects these 3 stations to Kings Norton and to Bartley Green up here, which is kind of in the middle of nowhere as far as trains go. So it'll be interesting to see how they use it. Let's bring up our line manager. It is, I believe, Stagecoach. We call it Stagecoach. We should put the number at the beginning, right? Number 18. Yardley Wood Depot 2. I guess it will be this place up here, which I can't remember the name of. Well played. So, Bartley Green. We can do that. I don't know whether we got enough room for this. Bartley Green. Look at that, we do. Can we put in a... Oh, you're pushing it, Gran. That's already long enough. Well, I mean, we could just call it Yardley Wood, right? There we go. And then it's Stagecoach. Can we do that? Will it break? I don't know. Here we go. 18, Yardley Wood to Bartley Green, Stagecoach. It might not be Stagecoach, though. What colour is Stagecoach? White? Blue. Blue or white. And red, right? it's all of the colours. Red, white and blue. I don't know what colour that... We'll oh, you know... We don't actually have a white, do we? They're kind of an off-white. We'll put them as white for now. And then I'll look at what colour they are. Or drop a comment below if you do know what colour these buses are that run round Birmingham. Okay, let's put it in. Let's put it in. Goodness me, Gran. This is where we're starting then. And then we're heading up this way. It's going to be a long old journey. Don't know how many buses we're actually going to put on here. Quite a few. It should wiggle around like the real thing, though. Excessively loud truck driving by at 5 in the morning. Why not? We'll go there and to there. Right, I think we got it now. It should be straightforward after this. It took me ages to figure these out. Right, there we go. And then we need to make our way back. And that should be that. This bit is lovely. By the depot. Okay, so how many stops? We got 36 stops. Well, we do want to put a few trains. We do not want to put trains on there. We do want to put a few buses in. And although very old, what we're going to do is we're going to put the double-deckers on. I wouldn't mind putting the, don't know how to pronounce that. But, you know, we've not had the double-deckers on, and it would be great to see the Daimlers top-seaters there, just to have double-deckers on. So let's do that. How many are we going to buy? There's 36. Should we go with 16? Set line all. This is going to be stupidly noisy. Or not. Okay. Well, there we go. We got some double deckers on. Look at the GT on the side. Oh, you're wonderful. Okay, there goes our fleet of buses. I'm gonna be intrigued to see how many people use the bus, where they go, whether they use our network over here. 1950 might be the route master. Any people on here? Not yet, but Barnt Green's a little far away. We do at least reach some of it. We need some more roads and stuff in here, which will happen. We do have this. They are starting to drive down here. That's wonderful. We do have someone waiting here. We have 5 people waiting. I was going to say I bet they're going to Redditch, as they're not. They're actually going to Barnt Green. Oh, where are you going, guys? Click, hover over the... Oh, they're all gone. I could have paused it, right? We could have seen where they're all going. Well, you missed an opportunity there. Oh, here we go. How many people we got? Oh, just the one. Where are you off to? You are off to Bromsgrove. Oh, I was hoping you were going the other way. How about on here? Okay, we have a selection of people here. Now, out this way, interestingly, the cross-city line Redditch, the big sprawling one, is getting most people. We have someone going to Bourneville. 2 are going to New Street. And 2 are going to Wild Green? Isn't that quite a way away? Wild Green. Isn't that all the way down? Goodness me! Here we go. We got a giant boat. Voila. We're not going to be using those. Obviously, we got a rail bus. We got a route master. Has that been updated recently? Ooh, what's this? BR mechanical diesel. Well, we've got that thing as well. That's an interesting train. And we had some new tank wagons, which might be a good replacement for our tankers on the... Where are we? Where's our big yacht? How can I not see it? It's right here, Grand. It's massive. Well, this has picked up, hasn't it? That has absolutely picked up. Which one are they using? Would it be this one? That is about to upgrade in 1 month. That is awesome. So that's the one they're using. That makes sense. I don't think we're going to need to use any of the other ones just yet until we have more lines running on there. Now, I want to thank Spursmech. I'm not sure how you pronounce your name, but you did point me out to something I did not know existed. If we go into here, Mad Hatter has done, I think it's Mad Hatter, Pipeworks. I didn't know this was a thing. As I was saying, I didn't want to do them all like this individually because it would take forever. However, look what we got down here. Look at that. We can elongate them and stick them on the edges here. We can do that, can't we? Do that quickly anyway. If we can just put them on the edge there, this is pretty much what they're like. Join them up somehow. So there's a lot of pipes going around like that, and then we have end pieces. If we stick this on 0, end piece there. I don't know how this works. Oh, like that. You can spin it around. And then that slots in. I can't zoom in any further. That's awkward. That slots in at the end. Just there. Like that. There we go. So we could have those in. Oh, we need another one around here too. We can go around and do those. They do exist all around this place. There's like loads of them. So that was a nice surprise. Didn't know Pipeworks exist. Brilliant. And you can do loads of other things. We've got different pipes like this as well. And some curves. So go and have a look at that. The only one we had really was these. And it's just an extension of those, which is why it appears in here, I would imagine. But there we go. That is lovely. We can have lots of this piping going around our oil factory. It's a bit micro detailing. Not something I tend to do too much of as we look at this massive place here. I will tend to do it if it's going to be on trackside because it looks awesome, doesn't it? It looks the business. I know it's something a bit weird with these new track textures. If you zoom out, it's showing the high speed track texture, And then when you zoom in, it shows the normal texture. Don't know what's going on there. Anyhow, this is absolutely monstrously busy, isn't it? Goodness me, look at all that fuel. 192. What are you doing at the moment? You are unloading. I love that it takes a little while to unload. And now you're picking up. We need a bit of scenery detailing around here. Yes, definitely need some work there. Should we do it quickly while we're here? Instead of I'll come back and do that. Let's put some fence on. Let's put some wire mesh on. And let's block off this as though it's an actual work area. And I feel like we can have some gravel and stuff down the sides. If we go up to there, kind of like the idea of that. We'll create that. And then for the other side, we'll use just a bit of stockade to break off the track side a touch. Just like that. Just a bit of scenery. Nothing too fancy. We're going to probably have it as waste ground. Something along those lines. There we go. You go up there. That's alright, isn't it? I mean, it's back to front. Fine. Not overly bothered. Okay, let's put some gravel there, and then we'll put some gravel. Paver. There we go. Gravel 1. We'll put some gravel in, and then after that we'll put some grass texture over there. Up to there, I think. Would be lovely. How's that looking? Pave that. It's looking alright. That's a bit better already. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll get some... I want to get tree line along here. Not tree line, a bush line. Just to change the texture up a bit, as long as it doesn't cover it all. That is exactly what I wanted. Perfect. Now what we need to do is get farmer and have none here, and we'll just put some grass in all around here, and give it the effect that it's just overgrown. Doesn't matter if it's on the track either, a little bit. I don't really want it on the platform though, so we will do that. Plant that. That's working. What else should we put in? 11 works, yes. 4 maybe? We'll put a bit of 4 in. I do like that. It just adds a little bit more to it. Having the bits of grass in and there. There we go. That's looking better. I like that. That's all we need. We don't need it to go too crazy. Absolutely. I do want to block this off and do what we did earlier. I don't want them building any houses out here while we're not looking. And we're just going to use the boxwood again just to encourage them to not do that. Definitely don't want them building up there. That is again a motorway. We don't want that happening. And we certainly don't want them connecting any roads up here, because that would be terrible. That's looking a bit better. We might need to do the same there. I don't know how close they're going to get to the motorway there. Let's hide all of that so it doesn't look too uniform. There we go. Do you know what? Another thing I said I was going to do and I never did. We've got the shuttle to change, haven't we? We might as well do that now. I see you've built there. Do we want them building there? Not really. So thanks, but no thanks. We'll have to bushify that a little bit, I think. Hopefully we can build there quicker than they can build back. Let's see if we can just encourage them not to do that. Create that there. We might need to let's pick the metal rods. We might need to just come in like this. There we go. There we go. That works. That works. It doesn't need to be perfect, does it? Now they shouldn't build there. There was bushes and stuff here before. But every time they build, they obviously take out the bushes and the trees. So we have to keep putting them in. There. Brilliant. Now it's perfect. Okay, anyhow, let's quickly do this. The Coventry Nuneaton shuttle is no longer going to be the Coventry Nuneaton shuttle. It's going to be the Coventry to Leamington Spa. Or should we wait until it's actually done? Do you know what? Let's wait until that's actually done. In real life. And then we'll change ours as well. Okay, let's go back to... I want to have a look at this other bus service. Do we have people catching our first bus service? the X1, which goes to Coventry, we do. We have, look at them going to Moore Street from Birmingham International via the bus. We're looking at more Birmingham New Street there, so it's always going to be terribly laggy. Do we have a new one of these? Was it 1950? I can't remember. Can we put it in? Oh dear. Oh, that's much bigger, isn't it? Oh dear. Well, that's going to take a bit more work, isn't it? I did not know that was so big. Okay, well, there's a lot of detailing work here that needs to be undone. Guess what we're doing then? We're going to upgrade our airports on Thursday. But I'm going to delete this detailing work I've done. And we're going to redetail, which means this goes closer to this road. We'll keep that end fine. Unfortunately, we'll lose this road. But it should work for us. That's okay, because this isn't used. We could, in fact, move this further along. This section here. Okay, plans are being made for that. How is the cross-city line? We're certainly getting passengers, aren't we? There are people waiting for our buses, guys. Let's have a look. You are off to London Road. There's a London Road in Peterborough. In fact, I would imagine there's a London Road in a lot of towns around the UK. No one's waiting out here, which is kind of understandable. That's wonderful news. There's another person, a couple of people waiting here. Highfield Road and the Green. I like that one. And we've got another person here. Where are you off to, sir? The Green again. That's very popular. Where's the Green? The Green, eh? That would be the name of these, wouldn't it? Queen Street, Highfield Road. There's Highfield Road. There's the Drive. It's going to take a while, isn't it? Oh, actually, no, it's not. Think about it. The Green is... How do we get over there? You can double click it. What about if you double... Yeah, you can. I never knew that. Well, you learn something every day. So this is the Green. It is actually the start of the route. Do you know what we could call that, really? Probably Yardley Wood Depot. There we go. So if we go to our people now, is anybody going to Yardley Wood Depot? No, it's St John's Road. I love this, though. And if we go down to Shirley, this is not... This is... Wait, that's not Shirley. That's Bourneville. Oh! Someone pointed out our night service only stops here once. And you're absolutely right, sir. It does only stop here once. Right. So after King's Norton, you should be stopping there. There we go. Oh, I'm a silly sausage. Get in there. Although these are a little bunched up at the start, as you can see, it's already died down a bit, except for getting into New Street because they're all together when they came out the depot. However, once that all filters out and they start to spread out, we're also going to have our through service and express service. We've got a West Midlands Railway service that's going to be express that will pass the slower cross-city line service and will also force some of our trains to spread and be spaced out, as well as the cross-country services, ones that go that way. There's one service that goes that way to avoid the turnaround trains that goes all the way through and then heads out like that. We'll have to figure out which train that is. How are our people doing? It's important to do this, mainly because I'm just interested. Well, that's interesting. Now they've all shifted over, you see. They've all shifted over onto the Redditch line. Like, literally everybody. So I take that back. The best way to do this, then, is to have an entire line and not separated. The only one they're using of the separate lines is the Bromsgrove Lichfield City. Why would that be? We need to go out this way so we can just see the cross-city services. We'll bring that back up. Let's have a look at the... that is why. Oh, you can't resize the window. That is why, then. The frequency has changed. That is 14 minutes now. That is 12 minutes now. It's settled. That is 13. And that is 12. So these two are the only two that match. That might need to settle down a touch. We did get rid of one of these, right? There should only be... How many vehicles do we have? They have 11 on there, that's right. Because there's 3 there. Plus 8, that's 11. We've only got that one that's doing the... I don't know whether anybody's actually going to be on that one. Well, we'll keep an eye on that throughout the series. And we'll adjust it as necessary. And try and match them. It is slightly longer, isn't it? No, actually, this one should be slightly longer. And they've got the same amount of trains on. Look how busy Aston has got. And I bet they're all waiting for the... Yep, look, they're all on the... they're all on the giant one now because the frequency. We still have people using the Wolverhampton-Walsall line as well. Wonderful. Alright guys, that has been a bit of a strange episode, hasn't it? But a necessary one. We have our first bus service in, which we're gonna check up on. I don't know about putting the route master in. I'll see how it looks and we can decide. I don't know whether they used route masters out here. We have a busy map. We've got a lot of work on our hands around here. This one might not be as difficult. Let's see. Can we put it in while you're landing? Let's see if we can beat the train. Oh goodness me! Take it back. No, you're lucky. We're not doing anything. But we do get brand new airports. I'm glad I didn't put too many in. The size difference between the modern airports and these is absolutely crazy. We still have a few people getting on here. This is amazing. Where are you actually off to? I mean, you go into the airport, I get it. But where are these people going? We won't be able to tell. It doesn't tell you their actual destination, does it? I mean, technically, you could click on one of them. You. Daisy Davies. That's a brilliant name. Details. Where do you live? You live in... Where are you actually going? You're going home. You live in Radford. So you live there. Really? That's where you live? Well, no, actually, you live there. How you get into Radford? So, if we look at her details... No, we want Daisy. Where's Daisy Davis? There you are. Daisy Davies. Yes, move preference fast. I'm going to end this. We're going to get on board one of our cross-city trains going the other way. And head through New Street and just make sure everything is working fine. I would like one that's coming round this way first. Where are you? You're all not spread out yet. Oh, here we go. You will work. It is the Bromsgrove to Lichfield City service. Let's get on board. It's going to lag a little bit as we're heading into New Street, but that we don't mind. Okay, that has been episode 73. We got our first bus service in. We had a bit of tidying up to do, and we had a few technical issues that I did not envisage those at all. None of them, as you could probably tell. But we did do a lot of tidying up, and we did a lot of AI control. Need to take a swig of tea there. Been a bit thirsty. Always the way as I get towards the end. Needless information. Shall we wrap up? Yes, so Daisy Davies there was fast preference, which means the only things that bothers her is time. It brings back the whole 20-minute rule, where it doesn't technically exist for us in Transport Fever. It used to be a thing in Train Fever, except for those passengers. This is my theory, not confirmed. I believe passengers that have the fast label use the old method. Whether it's 20 minutes or whatever minutes it is. It might even be a random minutes for them. But where they want to get somewhere in X minutes rather than the cheapest route. The people that have slow as their preference will go round the houses and take something like this and then swap trains and then take forever to get to wherever they're going. So when we get a train line over there, you might find people take the train that takes 3 times longer to get there using different trains and swapping trains. than just jumping on the plane and heading over there. Obviously, buses are going to be key to our rail network, as they are for any, all around the world. Although, one thing I would like to see in Transport Fever 2 is car parks at actual car parks, working ones, at a train station, because a lot of people will drive to a train station, catch the train. That's something we miss, and would open up a different variety of passenger once again. Don't know whether we'll see it, but it's something to hope for in the future, perhaps. There we go, not too much lag there. Goodness me, look at that. That's some frame rate. That's because of you're swinging by Birmingham New Street. Dear. Well, it might bring my PC to its knees soon. Thank you for watching anyway, guys. That was a lot of rambling. I'll leave you with a little cab ride. We'll head in and out of Birmingham New Street from this way. Hopefully it's still standing and the bridge isn't collapsed or anything. The tunnel, the entrance was a bit dodgy, wasn't it? It did make me worry a little bit. Apparently I don't want to say goodbye today, but I'm going to have to. So until next time, take care.